I've been thinking recently about arrogance and humility and self-confidence and how that all plays together. And I've come to the conclusion, which may change frequently and often throughout my life, that the best way to not be arrogant, to be humble, and to have confidence in what you're doing and the way you're living your life is to not think about it too much. So even if you hate yourself and you're like, oh, I'm a terrible person, or like, oh, bad stuff, bad stuff, bad stuff, that's not humility. To me, humility isn't about putting yourself on a level below other people. It's putting yourself equal to everyone else so that your happiness doesn't impinge on the happiness of someone else. And you don't allow someone else's wants to impinge on your own happiness and your own rights. So humility to me is just making sure that you value yourself equally to everyone around you. Arrogance is thinking either that you're better than everyone else or thinking that you're worse than everyone else, because it's like, don't. What are the chances that you are the worst person? And what are the chances that you are the best person? You're most likely to be in like a comfortable middle ground, so you just shouldn't be worrying about it too much. You shouldn't be comparing yourself to other people. And if you think of yourself on either of the extremes, like either the best or the worst, I still think that counts as arrogance. And you can see this sometimes with people who are having problems in their lives, but they seem like they're enjoying the problems. And they're talking about the hardships that they've had to go through and all that type of thing, but like with a smirk, with like a little smile, like, you don't know what it's like to go through life as I have, because I've experienced much. And you just sit there and you're like, dude, like, please. That is not the only hardship in the world. That is not the worst experience. You can't pretend like your experience is more important than everyone else's, even if it's making you sad. I'm not saying that people don't have the right to wallow and people don't have the right to experience the sadness, because sadness is a feeling that is meant to be experienced. But I do see a very big divide between people who are actually experiencing sadness and people who are experiencing sadness, but they're also like really smug about it. Like, I'm very deep. I'm very troubled. And now we get to the point of confidence. I find myself the most confident when I'm not paying attention to what I'm doing, because if I am, I just pay attention to the way I'm talking, the way I'm acting, the way I'm thinking. And then at some point that is a good thing, because you want to make sure that you aren't hurting other people's feelings, and you want to make sure that you aren't saying things unintentionally to hurt the people around you. But on another point, it's like I'm over it. Like, if I'm ever going to change, it's going to be a gradual change. And that change is by choosing what books, TV shows, movies, people, experiences I decide to be in my life. And for that to happen is very gradual. So I'm not going to be thinking about what I am like as much as I am going to be thinking about what I want to be like and trying to be that person. So obviously if I do something bad, I'm not going to be like, oh no, it's fine, that's who I am, it's not who I'm going to be. But I am saying that it does take a certain degree of forgiveness to yourself. A good marker to know whether you're treating yourself properly or not is to ask yourself if you would accept a friend or family member to talk to you the same way that you talk to yourself. So if you're putting yourself down or making fun of yourself all the time, if it isn't like in a lighthearted way and a way that you could take it, then you just know that that's not nice. Stop it, me. Don't be so rude. This was slight word vomit. But I will post it on the internet because that's what you do.